Hey YouTube. Okay, so this is the difference between a cheap Chinese wheel and an even cheaper Chinese made wheel. The less dodgy one uses a piece of round tube for the hub and has a means of sideways bearing control. And if I'm not mistaken, the hub actually unbolts from the rim, whereas the other one doesn't. It's part of the rim itself. It still uses cheap Chinese bearings. This is more like the quality I expected to get in the first place rather than these things. Unfortunately, the hubs are two different widths, so it leaves me with two options. I can either leave the bearing hanging out slightly, a couple of millimeters, or I can machine a little bit off the axle. I'll probably wind up going with machining some off the axle. This centerpiece is not as critical when it comes to the new wheels because it has a means of controlling the bearing side load, whereas this one, the bearing can float from side to side. I might actually throw a picture in there just to show you what I'm talking about. I think I just worked out why they call this thing a wheelie bin. Until I can address the axle issue, I'm going to work on the stub axles, and that will be the first part of the frame build. The frame will be mounted at right angles to this, so I'll have to cut a piece out of the material, and this will be welded on at a right angle, one on each end, and that'll form the first part of the frame.